Hey again, besties, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever found yourself wishing the residents of Pelican Town felt a little less like predictable routines and a little more like real, living people, then you are in for a treat today. We're diving into some of the most incredible mods that breathe new life into Stardew Valley's characters, transforming them from familiar faces into dynamic companions who remember your adventures and make the world feel truly alive. Imagine starting your day not with just generic greetings, but with all-out adventures with the villagers you're closest to. Or having a completely dynamic family with children who grow up and actually attend school. We'll be exploring everything from mods that use clever systems to create context-aware dialogue, to others that completely change how certain characters behave and function, making your save feel brand new and full of personality again. It's all about breaking that cycle of repetition and making every interaction in the valley feel meaningful, unexpected, and deeply immersive. So if you're ready to fall in love with Stardew Valley all over again through the magic of its villagers, you are definitely in the right place. If you enjoy this journey into a more vibrant and responsive Pelican Town, don't forget to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the best Stardew Valley mods out there. Now, let's meet the mods that are changing the game. Kicking off our showcase is a mod that fundamentally transforms family life in Stardew Valley, The Farmer's Children, Little NPC by Dave. This mod tackles one of the most common wishes from players by turning your once static toddlers into fully realized NPCs who grow up and have their own lives. Once your children reach the final toddler stage, this mod seamlessly ages them up to be school-aged, allowing them to leave the house, roam around Pelican Town, and even attend school alongside Jazz and Vincent, finally making your family feel like an integrated part of the community. I installed this mod on every single one of my saves, and currently have it running in my main one, because it adds a priceless layer of immersion and purpose to having a family. And speaking of families, since I'm currently dating Lance in my game, once married, I fully intend to fill our farmhouse to the brim. I'm genuinely looking forward to the chaotic, heartwarming vision of sending all 10 of our children we plan on having off to school together. It's an absolute must-have for any role player who believes their legacy should involve more than just two toddlers endlessly running around in circles at home. If you were impressed with the previous mod I mentioned called The Farmer's Children, then you'll want to install the Little Red Schoolhouse mod by Dave for even more immersion and additional NPCs for your children to attend class with. The mod does much more than just add a new building. It creates a vibrant community hub that brings Pelican Town's younger generation to life. The core premise of the Little Red Schoolhouse is a new, rewarding project for your farmer, restoring a dilapidated school building located near the playground in Pelican Town. You'll initiate this project with a special orders board where you'll receive requests to gather materials like wood, hardwood, cloth, and gold bars, which you then deposit into the wood pile inside the ruined structure. Once you've supplied the materials, Robin the carpenter will take over, and after a brief construction period, the school will open its doors in a special ceremony. The mod thoughtfully includes a lazy version for players who prefer to have the school fully functional from the very start without the renovation quest. Where the mod truly shines, and the reason it's a perfect partner for the farmer's children, is in its deep integration with child NPCs. Once operational, the school becomes a scheduled destination not just for the vanilla kids Jazz and Vincent, but also for your own children from the Farmer's Children mod. The school features a detailed weekly schedule with classes held on Wednesdays and Fridays, every other Tuesday, and optionally on Mondays and Thursdays if you enable the 5 days configuration setting. The modder has put great care into the school's social dynamics, even designated specific seats for antisocial children who can be recruited to attend if you visit the railroad area, ensuring every child has a place. The experience is charmingly detailed, complete with a class hamster named Russell, and field trips on the third day of the Desert Festival. Ultimately, this mod expands the world of Stardew Valley by giving your NPC children a purpose and a place for their own beyond the farmhouse, making the family and community aspect of the game feel more real and lived in. It transforms Penny's role from a tutor in the museum to a full-fledged teacher in a dedicated schoolhouse. By combining the farmer's children with the Little Red Schoolhouse, you are essentially creating a full narrative arc for your virtual family, from toddlerhood to school days, which is a deeply satisfying addition to the game. For this next mod, we're revisiting an absolute game changer that I've covered in a few videos already, but it's had some fantastic updates since we last checked in. The Stardew Squad by Talia Fawnhart. This is the mod that finally lets you put those hardworking Pelican Town residents to work, recruiting them as companions to help with everything from daily farm chores to exploring the dangerous depths of the mines. The core of the mod is beautifully simple. You just press E on a nearby NPC to invite them to join your squad, and then press F on any specific tile to direct them to perform a task there, whether it's chopping a tree you've started, watering a dry crop, or attacking a hostile monster. What makes it feel so immersive is the little details, like certain NPCs now having idle animations if you stand still for a while, and the ability for them to automatically pick up forage and items, storing them in a special shared squad inventory you can access. I've dropped a link to one of my deeper dive videos up in the corner if you're curious about all the nitty-gritty on how it works. But trust me, seeing your favorite NPCs, even modded ones, actively participating in your daily routine instead of just following their own rigid schedules completely transforms the feel of the valley. It's worth noting that the mod is still in beta, so you might encounter a bug or two, but the creator is very active and has a huge roadmap of planned features, including unique combat styles, fishing together, and even the ability to have your spouse stay with you the next day if they sleep in your bed. For anyone who's ever wanted a more dynamic and interactive relationship with the NPCs, the Stardew Squad is an essential must-try mod that breathes a whole new level of life into the game. If you've ever felt a little sad for Sandy, perpetually running her shop in the middle of the Calico Desert with little else to do, then Immersive Sandy by Beyond Recovery is the mod you need to install right now. This mod completely transforms her from a lonely shopkeeper into a vibrant, dynamic member of the community. She finally gets a life beyond the oasis with a brand new schedule that has her visiting Pelican Town on Sundays, Fridays, and even Tuesdays in the winter to hang out at the library. She'll also start attending all the town festivals, so you can finally share a Stardew Valley Fair funnel cake with her. The heart of the mod, though, is its 5 brand new heart events that really dive into her character and a special quest line with unique special orders that give you a real reason to befriend her. And for those of you who love a good story, there's an optional and absolutely delightful rival heart storyline where you can help Sandy and Emily navigate their growing relationship, adding a whole new layer of drama and romance to the valley. A quick heads up for the modders out there. While it plays nice with many popular mods, it has some known interactions with big overhauls like Stardew Valley Expanded, where some features might be adjusted for compatibility, so just double check the description page if you're running a heavily modded game. All in all, this is an essential mod for anyone who wants to make the world of Stardew Valley feel more connected and alive. If you've ever looked at the enigmatic, challenge-issuing Mr. T and thought, I can fix him? Then I have got the mod for you. The Friendable Mr. Chi mod by Angel of Stars is a monumental labor of love that transforms Stardew Valley's most mysterious figure from a cryptic quest giver into a fully realized, friendable, and yes, even marryable NPC. This isn't just a simple addition, it's a massive expansion that adds a staggering amount of content, making it feel like official DLC for the blue-suited man himself. We're talking about a whopping 28 heart events that slowly peel back the layers of his mysterious persona. Over 1,000 lines of new dialogue to make every interaction feel fresh, and a complex schedule that has him wandering all over Pelican Town and beyond, so you never know where you might run into him. But the mod doesn't stop at just building a relationship. It massively expands the endgame with 10 new quests, 6 new special orders, and even new locations like a personal museum for tea. For the farmers out there, it adds 3 new crops, new cooking and crafting recipes, and a suite of powerful in-game weapons. Befriending him, however, is a true challenge worthy of the man himself. His gift tastes are notoriously picky. He adores rare items like the Book of Mysteries and tiger slime eggs, but he absolutely despises common valuable items like prismatic shards and golden pumpkins. So no cheesing this friendship with your standard loot. The mod even includes special crossover content if you use other popular mods like Stardew Valley Expanded, creating a beautifully integrated experience. In short, this mod is an absolute must-try for anyone who's ever been curious about the man in the room behind the casino and wants to add a deep, challenging, and incredibly rewarding character arc in their game. If you've ever chatted with Gus and felt he had untapped potential beyond serving up beers and omelets, then you are going to adore part of a Saloon breakfast by Agent Lyoko. This mod does something truly special. It takes our beloved saloon owner and gives him a story worthy of his generous spirit, transforming him from a background fixture into the star of his own heartwarming narrative. The premise is brilliant. Gus is looking at the future and realizing that his business relies a little too heavily on patrons who might not always be there, so he has a bold idea to save the Stardrop Saloon by opening it for a bustling breakfast service. What follows is a fantastic chain of events and special orders where you, the farmer, get to be his partner in this culinary venture, gathering ingredients and helping him get the Stardrop breakfast off the ground. This mod truly brings Gus's character to life by diving into his role as the community's backbone, showing his worries, his ambitions, and his deep care for the town's well-being in the way that the vanilla game only hints at. The magic of this mod doesn't stop with Gus. It revitalizes the entire social life of Pelican Town. Once the breakfast service launches, you'll see villagers flocking to the saloon in the morning, enjoying new routines that make the world feel more alive than ever. It even includes charming extras like the potential for a breakfast date with your in-game spouse. This is an essential mod for anyone who loves immersive storytelling and wants to see Gus get the prominent, heartfelt role he so richly deserves. Have you ever completed the community center and wondered, whatever happened to that smarmy JojaMart manager Morris? Then Morris Redeemed by See the Great One is the mod you need to install. This fantastic NPC expansion picks up after Morris's defeat, offering him a path to redemption and a chance to become a proper member of the Pelican Town community. The mod kicks in after you've completed the community center, and a special cutscene triggers at the bus stop on a rainy day, introducing a humbled Morris who's trying to find his place in the world. He moves into a new attic space in the restored community center and begins a journey of personal growth with his schedule evolving as you build friendship with him. Starting with him wandering the valley looking for work, the heart of the mod is its 13 hard events that slowly peel back the layers of his character, showing his interactions with other villagers and his efforts to make amends. He's a bit of a food connoisseur, loving gifts like wine and sushi, but be sure to avoid giving him anything with eggs, as he can't stand them. A really cool feature is the crossover content. If you have other popular mods like Ridgeside Village or East Scarp installed, Morris will actually visit those locations and integrate into their worlds. It's worth noting that this mod is fully compatible with Stardew Valley Expanded, though the two mods portray Morris as different characters, so you won't carry over heart levels from Stardew Valley Expanded's version. This mod is a wonderfully crafted story about second chances that finally gives one of Stardew Valley's vanilla antagonists a much-needed shot at redemption. Finally, we'll be topping off this video with a mod that you all know I hold very dear and near to my heart, and that's Stardew Valley Expanded by Flash Shifter. Stardew Valley Expanded performs one of its most beloved magic tricks. It brings background characters front and center. This massive mod doesn't just add new places to explore, it fills them with life, most notably by transforming two of the valley's most mysterious figures, Marlin and Gunther, into fully realized, friendable NPCs with their own stories to tell. In the vanilla game, Marlin is the steadfast leader of the Adventurers Guild, whom you can never properly thank or befriend, and Gunther is simply the quiet curator of the museum. Stardew Valley Expanded changes everything. Marlin is fleshed out as a renowned monster hunter with a history of noble sacrifice, who in his free time dreams of retiring to raise slimes and has written books. He now has a dynamic schedule, leaving his post to patrol the mines on rainy days, visit the graves of fallen comrades like Ketra at the railroad, or simply watch the river from the pier, making the world feel more lived in. Similarly, Gunther is reimagined as a well-read scholar with a passion for archaeology and a hobby of collecting ancient bottles. He steps out from behind the museum counter to stroll through the community garden, spend evenings at the saloon, or visit the beach in the summer, allowing for natural interactions beyond donating artifacts. The core of any friendship in Stardew Valley is gifts and heart events, and Stardew Valley Expanded delivers this for both characters. Marlin, the seasoned adventurer, has a taste for powerful and rare items, loving gifts like life elixirs and various slime eggs, but he'll turn up his nose at common forage and certain fish like butterfish. Building a friendship with both of them unlocks unique heart events that delve into their personal histories and roles within the community, finally allowing you to know the people behind the professions. Of course, Marlin and Gunther are just the tip of the iceberg. Stardew Valley Expanded adds over 24 new characters, including new romance options. This creates a pelican town that is bustling, interconnected, and full of new stories to discover. It's important to note that while Stardew Valley Expanded makes these characters friendable, some other mods dedicated solely to befriending Marlin and Gunther can have compatibility issues with Stardew Valley Expanded, so it's best to experience their stories through this all-in-one expansion. Stardew Valley Expanded fulfills a long-standing wish for many players, finally allowing us to befriend the adventurer and the historian, making the valley feel more complete and magical than ever before. And that wraps up our tour of mods that breathe incredible life into the characters of Stardew Valley. From watching our own children grow up and go to school, to finally befriending enigmatic figures like Mr. Chi and Morris, and even giving beloved background characters like Gus, Sandy, Marlin, and Gunther the rich stories they deserve. It's amazing how these mods add so much heart and soul to the valley. If you enjoyed this look at how to make residents of Pelican Town feel more alive than ever, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more Stardew Valley mod deep dives every single week. Now, I have to ask you, which of these NPC stories are you most excited to explore? Are you going to redeem Morris, befriend and marry Mr. Chi, or finally send your kids off to the Little Red Schoolhouse? Let me know your plans down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, stay adventurous, and I'll see you in the next one. And, as always, happy farming!